space. Its impact is all around us, making life better on Earth, advancing our knowledge of the planet we call home. Our technologies are ushering in a new semiconductor-enabled space age, where multispectral imaging technologies map the ocean floor and help increase farm yields on land. High-speed data acquisition and transmission capability enable broadband access to the furthest regions on Earth, and power management technologies will power multiplanetary exploration deep into our solar system. That's why TI is pushing the limits of operating in the harsh environments of space. Our radiation-hardened and radiation-tolerant products, along with our deep system expertise, help you design spacecraft that will operate for decades. Our inventory of space-grade products is available today to meet your mission-critical requirements of tomorrow. Create systems with greater integration, increased power density, highest precision accuracy, and high-speed throughput. Texas Instruments, your partner in engineering the next frontier.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you REC Foundation Senior Program Manager, Dylan Caudill.
Thank you, Texas Instruments, for making this event possible. Welcome back to the 2021 VEX Robotics Live Remote Championship. My name is Dylan Caudill, and I'm so excited to see what today's competition has in store. But first, I'd like to thank all of our teams for competing and making this event something to be proud of. We couldn't do it without you. Just like Texas Instruments, our teams today have continued to make the impossible look possible. Let's take a look at our highest LRS run so far. LRS has shown some impressive skills, but they aren't the only ones. LRT has also been making their mark. Let's take a look at the highest LRT run so far. Now that we've seen the top LRS and LRT, let's see how the competition stacks up in our rankings. The competition is really heating up. Keep it up, teams. We especially want to take the time to congratulate all of our winners of the Annotated Skills Challenge sponsored by the REC Foundation. Let's take a moment to appreciate their achievements in our highlight video.
One of the difficulties of a 60-second programming run is consistency. Since no system is perfect, the robot will be a little off target after every motion, which can add up over the course of a minute, causing the latter half of the run to be very inconsistent. To fix this, we use odometry, the measure of a robot's position. To do this, we use unpowered wheels on encoders called tracking wheels. By approximating every motion of the robot as a perfect arc, we can calculate the robot's local, angular, and linear displacement. Adding each of the robot's displacement vectors to its previous known location allows us to determine its absolute position on the field. Because the robot can keep track of its position, it will be able to detect small errors after each motion and account for them in the next motion, making the run much more consistent.
Here is our uncut programming skills run that scores 106 points with a stop time of 18 seconds. We plan the route based on the fact that taking ownerships of rows is the most efficient way to score points, because changing a blue row to a red row yields 15 points and only requires the robot to score 3 balls. Thus, we can focus on scoring in just the tops of goals to score 5/6 of all available points while only interacting with 1/3 of the balls. This means we don't have to perform as many actions, which allows the run to be more consistent. And having to descore only 1 ball lets us optimize our intakes for picking up balls on the field, which gives our drivetrain more room for error.
Hello, we are Team 2381C, and this will be our video submission to the Annotated Programming Skills Online Challenge using our second iteration robot. The intake indexing procedure function governs ball indexing. When a ball gets moved up to the ideal shooting position, the top line sensor detects the ball and locks the top set of rollers. When a second ball is then taken, the bottom line tracker detects the ball right before it collides with the prior. Finally, if both line trackers detect balls, the conveyors remain static, and the third ball is contained between the intakes, allowing the robot to always leverage its 3-ball capacity.
Exceptional work to the winners of the Annotated Programming Skills Challenge sponsored by the REC Foundation. Now let's go to Jim and get his take on strategy.
Hello everyone, my name is Jim. I'm joining you today to discuss more about elimination matches and a few strategies. I've been on the VEX Game Design Committee for 7 years, and each year I watch with excitement and absolute eagerness to watch how teams approach the game and innovate throughout the season. And in this unconventional season, the teams did not disappoint. We at the REC Foundation and VEX Robotics are right there with you, innovating and adapting. Subdivision finals, division finals, and overall finals, while a little unconventional, promise to be exciting and packed with the action that you can count on at VEX Worlds. Let me take a moment to explain the subdivisions and how teams progress through the elimination bracket. VRC high school teams are split into 8 divisions, named Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, Math, Research, Physics, and Automation. Within each division, teams are then split into subdivisions named A and B. Science A, Science B, Technology A, Technology B, and so forth, with each team playing 7 qualification matches to determine our rankings. Now, in each subdivision, 8 alliances pick partners for their subdivision finals, and that's where we are right now. Teams, remember these subdivision elimination matches from quarterfinals to finals are all best of 1. Do not save your best strategy for tomorrow or even later today, because a single loss in the subdivision finals will eliminate your alliance from the tournaments while the winning team keeps their VEX World Champion dreams alive. After we played quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals in those subdivision elimination matches, those subdivision champions will play in a best-of-3 division finals. Take a look at our bracket here. The division finals is where Science A will play Science B. Arts A will play Arts B. Technology A will, well, you get it. In those finals, which are best-of-3 matches, they will determine our division champions, who will be moving on to the overall finals on Saturday. Now, if you haven't seen any matches from physics or automation, you should check it out. Those division champions will come from the Asia-Pacific division that is taking place in China right now. They are playing during their daytime, which is 13 hours ahead of us. But don't worry, they will join us live when we start the quarterfinal round. Now, the winners of each quarterfinal match will move on to the semifinal rounds, and then those winners will move on to the finals match. Quarters and semifinals will play a best-of-1, and finals will be the best-of-3. Teams, pay attention to when you're playing a best-of-1 or best-of-3, because your approach might make all the difference. In this game, balls are only worth 1 or 2 points, but connected rows are worth 13. So when you play in a best-of-3, if you connect a row in the first match that gives you the win, you know that your opponent will do everything they can to block you in the next match. So in the first match of a best-of-3, are you going to use your best strategy to win the match, but give away which rows you are targeting? Or are you going to hold back a little, paying attention to your opponents so you can block the rows they are connecting? So teams, win or lose in that first match, don't forget to innovate and communicate with your partner. We've seen that alliance partners communicate before and during the match, win more matches. It's important to coordinate with your partners as much as possible. Remember that you have many tools at your disposal with which to communicate in advance. Don't miss this opportunity. Lastly, don't forget that every single match a team and alliance has played is available on YouTube. Great teams are scouting your team and your alliance partner right now. They might be looking for patterns, and if they find yours, it might give them an advantage. But good luck to all the teams, and we will be watching.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you to all of our teams for joining us. I'm so excited to see how the rest of the day goes. Finally, let's take a look at what we should expect from the rest of the day going forward. Good luck, teams.